economics class. We have already discussed about the four definition. First one is wealth definition, second one is welfare definition, third one is scarcity definition, and fourth one is growth definition. After doing the four definitions, now there are small concepts which we have to deal. So let's complete all the small topics in first chapter. Then I'll keep aside micro and macroeconomics so that we can complete all the small topics first. Then we can go for micro and macroeconomics. Right? First one, fundamental problems. Okay, fundamental problems of an economy. You can write in your notes simultaneously. Fundamental problems of economy. What are the main problems in economy? What are the main problems in the economy? First one is, what type of goods are to be produced? Simply, what to produce. See, what to produce is a question. Ma'am, it's very simple. What to produce? Whatever I need, I can produce. No. Actually, it is a very big fundamental problem in economics. See, there are different types of goods. Okay, so there are different types of goods which we can produce. See, there are actually three types of goods. First one is necessaries, second one is comforts, and third one is luxuries. Necessaries are the basic essentials without which we cannot live, and comforts are without which we can live but for our comfort. Okay, so to live in a comfortable way we need those goods, and luxuries we don't need those goods but for luxury purpose. For example, see, let's take an example of a actor, okay, hero or a heroine. If for example Prabhas has purchased a caravan. You know what is a caravan? Caravan is a bus or a vehicle where the heroes and heroines change their dress, or they sleep, or they take rest for some time in their own caravan. Okay. So for example, if Prabhas purchases his vehicle by spending 1 crore rupees, then other hero will come and he will say that no, my caravan cost is 1.5 crores. Okay, or if one heroine purchases jewelry, for example, for 25 lakh rupees, then other heroine will come and they will say that no, I have purchased my jewelry, it's worth 50 lakh rupees. Okay, so those type of goods which goods are not very essential for us, they are not even comfort but they are more. Okay, so more than comfort, those goods are known as luxurious goods. Okay, there are three types of goods, and also there are consumer goods and capital goods, and about each and every topic, each and every type of good I will explain it clearly further, but up to here. Okay, so what are those? So goods are of three types. First one is necessaries, second one is comforts, and third is luxuries. And also goods can be classified into consumer goods and capital goods. What are those? Goods can be classified even into consumer goods and capital goods. What are consumer goods? Consumer goods are those goods which by consuming once only we are satisfied with those goods. See, for example, I have purchased a cool drink. Okay, I have purchased the thumbs up. Right? If I consume it, then my want will be satisfied. These type of goods are known as consumer goods. Okay, but capital goods are those goods it takes time. Okay, for example, see, and these goods are helpful for us to produce some other goods also. These goods are known as capital goods. See, for example, I have purchased a machinery. After one use, whether this machinery will become obsolete, that is, if after one use, can I stop using this machinery? No. I will use this machinery for producing more and more goods, right? So, this type of goods are known as capital goods. Now comes the question, what to produce? What to produce? Whether I should produce necessaries, whether I should produce comforts, whether I should produce luxurious goods, or whether I should go with consumer goods, or whether I should produce capital goods. It's a question mark. So it is also a problem. Okay, and demand supply also. What is the demand? Whether people need consumer goods or whether people need capital goods. Whether people are whether people are demanding more luxurious goods or whether people are demanding comforts. So it depends upon the human behavior. So what to produce is a big question mark here. Okay, and there are resources available, and with that available resources, I should decide now what to produce. Whether I should produce consumer goods or whether I should produce capital goods with the available resources. This is also a big question mark. So what to produce is a big problem. Okay, next. But actually, if we produce capital goods only, then our economy will be developing. Okay, so it will be developed more and more if we produce capital goods only, because by using these capital goods we can produce more and more goods. So better to produce capital goods only. Next one. Next is how to produce these goods. Now we have decided. What we have decided? I have decided to produce capital goods. Right? Now, how to produce these goods? How to produce? See, there are two types of techniques to produce the goods. First one is labor intensive techniques. Labor intensive techniques. Next comes capital intensive techniques. Capital intensive techniques. See now, what is labor intensive techniques? Labor intensive technique means to produce any goods, okay, to manufacture any goods. If I am using labor, then it is known as labor intensive technique, right? If to produce good, I am using certain machinery, or I am using capital goods, okay, or some other technology, then it is known as capital intensive techniques. See here once again, capital intensive technique means to produce certain goods I am using labor, okay, I am using persons to produce some goods, or else I can even produce by using capital intensive technique. What is capital intensive technique means? To produce certain goods I am not using labor here, I am using certain technology or certain machinery, okay, to produce goods. So how to produce? See, it's a simple funda. First one, labor intensive technique means, see, if in India, for example, in India there is more population, in such kind of places we can use labor intensive techniques, and in other countries such as USA, Japan and so on, we can use labor intensive technique because they are very rich. UK also, they are very rich and they have very advanced technology. Besides producing by using labor intensive technique, it will be more profitable to produce goods by using capital intensive technique. Labor intensive techniques ante enti nana? Labor intensive techniques ante goods produce cheyali. Ela produce cheyali? People produce chestaru goods ni. Whereas capital intensive technique means, capital intensive ante machinery use chesi kaani, technology use chesi kaani produce chese danni emantaru capital intensive techniques antaru. మళ్ళీ చెప్తున్నా, లేబర్ ఎక్కువ అనుకుంటే ఉంటే, if population is more, then there will be availability of labor. లేబర్ చాలా కనిపిస్తారు కాబట్టి మనకి హై పాపులేషన్ ఉన్న ప్లేసెస్ లో లేబర్ ఇంటెన్సివ్ టెక్నిక్స్ యూజ్ చేయాలి, అండ్ ఇన్ కేస్ ఆఫ్ డెవలప్డ్ కంట్రీస్ we can use capital intensive techniques. So second question, second problem is also solved. What to produce is solved here, and how to produce is also solved. Third one, for whom to produce? For whom to produce? See, this is the biggest problem. What is that? See, rich people are very low in India and poor people are more in India. See once again, rich people are very low in India and poor people are very huge in India. Okay, so now see, rich people, I am producing goods for rich people, okay, but how many goods they will purchase? Only up to a certain extent they will purchase, but majority of the population comprises of poor people only. So I should produce goods only to the poor people. Okay. So ఎక్కువ మంది మనకి ఎక్కడ ఎవరు కనిపిస్తారు? రిచ్ పీపుల్ కనిపిస్తారా? పూరే కనిపిస్తారు మనకి ఇండియాలో. Taking example of India, I am saying this. Okay. For whom to produce? For rich people or poor people. Okay. Rich people కి ప్రొడ్యూస్ చేయాలా? Poor people కి ప్రొడ్యూస్ చేయాలా? రిచ్ అంటే చాలా తక్కువ మంది ఉంటారు. వాళ్ళు ఎన్ని goods యూస్ చేసుకోగలుగుతారు? They will go for only small quantity of goods. Whereas poor people comprise more majority in India. So we should produce goods for poor people. But again a question arises, ma'am, I am producing for poor people. But they don't have income, they don't have the purchasing power, వాళ్ళకి purchase చేసుకోవడానికి ఉండదు కదా. So this is also a big problem. For whom to produce? I am ready to produce for poor people, but they may not have purchasing power. So we should keep in mind all these points and we should start our production. Now what to produce? Whether I should produce capital goods or consumer goods, right? Next, how to produce? Whether I should produce goods by using labor intensive techniques or capital intensive techniques, and for whom to produce? Whether I have to produce for poor people or whether I have to produce for rich people. We should also consider these points. Next, how efficient I am using these scarce resources, that is optimum utilization of resources. Optimum utilization of resources. See here, we all know that wants are unlimited, resources are limited, and resources have alternative uses. అసలే మనకి రిసోర్సెస్ తక్కువ ఉన్నాయంటే రిసోర్సెస్ విల్ హ్యావ్ ఆల్టర్నేటివ్ యూజెస్ ఆల్సో, రైట్? సో రిసోర్సెస్ ఉన్నాయి కొన్ని, వాటికి చాలా యూజెస్ ఉన్నాయి. సో how we should use this resource depend upon our choice. Okay, it depends upon our choice only. But this scarce resources should be used to the maximum extent. అంటే రిసోర్స్ ఒకటి తెచ్చుకున్నాను నేను అంటే దాన్ని మాక్సిమం యూటిలైజ్ చేసుకోవాలి. Should I waste this? No, I should not waste these resources. I should use it to the maximum extent. Okay, if I have adopted or if I have taken some labor, then I should use that manpower to the optimum extent. అంటే maximum extent వరకు మనము యూస్ చేయాలి. We should not waste these type of resources. See, money or machinery, any type of resource, we should go for optimum utilization only. That will lead to full employment of resources. దాన్ని ఏమంటున్నాను? ఫుల్ ఎంప్లాయ్మెంట్ అంటే మాక్సిమం యూటిలైజ్ చేసుకోవడానికి ఛాన్స్ ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, మినిమం వేస్టేజ్ అని మనం ఎంత కాదనుకున్నా కూడా వేస్టేజ్ అన్న జరుగుతూ ఉంటుంది. బట్ we should use to the optimum extent. Next, fourth one, is economy growing or static? See, economy, growing economy. Okay, so growing economy, that means ఎప్పుడు కానీ ఎకానమీ అనేది స్టాగ్నెంట్ ఉండదు, స్టాటిక్ ఉండదు అన్నట్టు. there will be changes in the economy. we will be developing ourselves. Okay, ఇక్కడే ఉంటామా ఎప్పుడైనా కూడా? no. so there should be some dynamism. dynamism means ever changing environment ఉంటుంది మనకి. okay, so according to the changing environment we should adopt everything and we should produce the goods. See, according to the changing environment, according to the change of time, according to the passage of time, what we should do? We should adopt the new technology and we should produce the goods. So these are the fundamental problems of economy. Once again, what to produce? Consumer goods or capital goods? How to produce? Labor intensive techniques or capital intensive techniques? For whom to produce? For rich people or poor people? Optimum utilization of resources, that is I should not waste the scarce resources. What I should do? I should use to the full extent up to my possibility. Okay, next, dynamic economy, that is my economy is ever changing. So according to the changes I should adopt the technology and I should produce the goods. So these are the fundamental problems of economy. Some people may find that I will be repeating more and more times, but taking every student into consideration, I am going so slowly, and I am repeating everything two or three times. Okay, and I may even use Telugu because some people may not understand and some people may be new to the English medium. Okay, so I will be using two languages, but my language will be simple only so that every person can understand. Next, and keep aside nature and scope of economics. It is better to purchase a textbook so that as I complete the syllabus, you can also refer to that topic. Okay. Next, we have positive science and normative science. As I have already said, you know what is positive science and what is normative science. Okay. See, what is positive science? Positive science means I am not saying anything about that product. Okay. Whether it may be produced, welfare or not, I am not saying anything. Okay. Yesterday I have taken an example of a knife, right? So, I took an example of a knife, right? So, I produced a knife. I am not saying for what purpose I should use that knife. Okay. So, now I am producing alcohol. Okay. I am brewing alcohol. But I am not saying it to use, or I am manufacturing certain drug. Okay. Or I am introducing certain drug. That drug may produce some positive effects and it also may produce some negative effects. But I am not saying use this drug only for a particular purpose. Okay, I am neutral. Okay, I am neutral about that product. I am neutral about that good. I am not saying anything. That is, I am not passing any value judgment. Let it be anything. Let that person use the good for any purpose. Okay, drug may be used for positive purpose or negative purpose. Positive purpose means it may be used in the medicines for curing certain disease. Okay, so this may be a positive purpose, but some persons may use it for some other purpose of, okay, that may be for negative purpose. Then I am not saying anything. If I am not saying anything, that is I am neutral, I am not passing any value judgments, then it is known as a positive science. Positive science. Next comes normative science. Normative science. See, positive science means what it is. I am only saying that I am producing a drug. That's it. Okay. But whereas normative science, what ought to be. What ought to be. That means I am producing a drug. See, particularly I am saying I am producing a drug and you should use this drug only in medicine. Okay, so I am saying I am passing value judgments. Don't use it for negative purpose. Use it only for particular positive purpose. Then I am passing value judgment. That is, I am saying this is good and this is not good, or this is right and this is wrong. Okay, I am saying this is good, this is wrong. So don't go for wrong thing, only go for the right thing. Then I am passing value judgment. So I am passing what? Value judgment. Value judgment. Here I am not passing any value judgment. So this is a positive science, and whereas normative science means I am not passing any value judgment. Positive science means I am neutral between the ends. I am not saying anything about that particular good. Okay. So this is positive science and this is normative science. Next, Nana, there are small topics. Once we complete this, then we will be left out with microeconomics and macroeconomics itself. So better to complete these topics. First, see, I'll take a small topic now. Utility. Okay, first now, utility. See, my want. Listen to the example. See, my want is to write on this board. Okay, what is my desire? What is my want? I want to write on this blackboard. Okay, listen. I want to write on this whiteboard. Okay. So what will satisfy my want? Okay, which product or which good will satisfy my want? This marker will satisfy my want, right? So this want will, my want is satisfied with this marker. Okay, this marker, listen here. This marker has the capacity to satisfy my want. Okay, so this marker has utility. What I am saying, see, utility. What is utility, ma? Utility means a product should have power to satisfy my want. Okay, so this marker has a power to satisfy my want, so it has some utility. Now I am feeling thirsty. Okay, నాకేంటి దాహం వేస్తుంది, నాకు వాటర్ కావాలి. నా వాటర్ కి కెపాసిటీ ఉందా నా దాహం తీరడానికి? Yes, it has a capacity. So water has utility. Okay, so if a particular product has my want satisfying power, then that product is known as, that product has certain utility. Okay, దానికి ఏమున్నట్టు నాన్న? Utility ఉన్నట్టు. Utilities are different types. See now, form utility, time utility, place utility and service utility. Okay, what is form utility? Form utility అంటే ఏంటి అంటే వుడ్, దీని ఫామ్ కనుక మనం చేంజ్ చేసేది ఉంటే, దీనికి కొన్ని చేంజెస్ చేస్తే ఈ ఫామ్ కి దాన్ని ఏం కన్వర్ట్ చేయొచ్చు నాన్న మనం? We can convert it into a bench or we can change it into a chair. Okay, so that means it has the form of the product is changed. We are creating some utility. Wood ki ఏమైనా utility ఉందా నాన్న? లేదు మనకి. Is there any utility for the wood? Log అంటే మనకి wood ఉంటుంది కదా, డైరెక్ట్ చెట్టుని తీసుకొని వచ్చాము, దానికి యూటిలిటీ ఉంటుందా? నో, we don't have utility. But if we change the form, okay, ఆ ఫామ్ ని చేంజ్ చేయడం వల్ల, ఈ wood ఫామ్ ని చేంజ్ చేయడం వల్ల మనకి ఏమవుతుంది? యూటిలిటీ అన్నది వస్తుంది. నెక్స్ట్, time utility. See, time utility means sometimes we don't have cool drinks. Throughout the year we can have that cool drinks, but it will have its importance only in summer, right? So summer lo manaki ekkuva untundi. That means we are creating time utility. Okay, so that is known as time utility. Next one, place utility. See, vegetables ekkada ammutaru manaki, ekkada grow avutayi manaki? Fields lo. Okay, we can grow vegetables in a certain field, but they don't have utility. If we change the place, then we can have utility. Next, service utility means I am teaching